Hi Cancer, it's Mary with Sayre Seer. Hope you're doing well. This is your October 16th through the 23rd weekly tarot. So how's this Aries full moon? Is it it's like this passionate thing, you know. I didn't really understand the moon cycles and stuff until I started doing tarot. And wow, what's really cool about it, if you pay attention to it, it helps me with my own emotions, and that way I go, oh yeah, I could take things lightly that's going through my head. Otherwise, I'd be all over the place. So it really, really does help me, and the tarot helps me a lot. And that all of this emotional, the waves that we go through with in our relationships and all that, it is normal. It's all normal. So with a breakup, to feel whatever when you've had somebody hurt you, that's normal. You know, so it's so nice to have community like that, you know. So what I thought I would do is just kind of lay them out, see what happens. If you'd like another way for me to do it, I mean, I always try to switch it up so it doesn't get too predictable, you know, because the predictability, having things different, just helps us look from different directions, and I think that's important. Okay, out the gate, here's your heartbreak. So, all right, let's buckle up. 5 of Swords. Here's the battle, and these being swords, the battle can be internal, but it can be external. You know, with battles, there's no winners really. It feels like a victory at the time, but there's always losers, and some things cannot be undone. 7 of Cups. Here is the, well, it's options. Realizing that maybe the options that somebody thought they had were not valid or viable or decent or good ones. However you want to look at that. Here's the World reversed. Well, it would appear this is the end of a cycle, but it didn't end well, and or somebody's trying not to end the cycle. We'll get more information on that. Ending it abruptly. Not all cycles end well, you know. So 8 of Cups reverse means, well, wanting to go back to something that maybe we walked away from in the past that we felt like wasn't emotionally fulfilling. See this cup when somebody's trying to come back, like an ex is trying to come back? Yep. 8 of Pentacles, reverse. This is a card of not mastering whatever it was somebody was trying to master. So, okay, so this could be you, Cancer. It could be the opposite party, resonate, all or in part. Okay, so let's, just from the broken heart, battle. It kind of looks like there's some reflection going on here. Thinking about the broken heart, about the battle that happened, about thinking somebody thought they had choices that maybe weren't very good ones. Or maybe they were basing things on, yeah, no, that's right. Maybe that they had more choices than they actually did, not wanting the cycle to end, or relationship to end, or connection to end, wanting to come back, somebody wanting to come back because, well, their life just isn't going too well. Okay, so let's put these back and we'll pull more cards. Alright. So we're going to pull on 3 of Swords here. Did I just rip that one again? I need a new deck. Okay, Judgment. So 3 of Swords. It looks like that, well, somebody made a judgment call on that one. But you know what? It looks like it was a good call. You're saying, you're telling me, because this is upright, and this means that when it's upright, that at least I'm going to say this is you I'm talking to that have the broken heart, that is not the one that's trying to come back, okay, Cancer? So when judgment is upright, it's like the lesson was learned in the right way. It was completed in the right way. Like you took the steps that you needed to grow from this pain. Okay, to grow from the pain, to protect yourself, not be a doormat, on and on and on, right? And even though it's painful, it's not. And so basically, what happens because it's upright, typically, is that the cycle will not be repeated. If there is another cycle like that, it will not be the same cycle because it's not the same energy from you. Okay. Whew. Okay, now we have the Hierophant. So Hierophant talks about systems and like established things, you know, like marriage, religion, big business, corporate structures. Also could talk about politics, also could talk about churches, religions, big companies even, you know, specific companies even, mainstream media, stuff like that. Okay, so there is, also Hierophant can represent traditions, the way we've always done things, right? But also can represent spiritual guidance, okay? So maybe there's a judgment on the way things have always been done in the past. And what maybe led to the broken heart, based on what you were told you should be, or how you thought you should be. So, Two of Swords reverse says, I made a decision that was difficult. But it is, to me, reverse says it was based on truth and knowledge, okay? So, because upright, it's stalemate, unable to make a decision. Somebody doesn't have information. Okay, so let's see if any information came out here for you. With the Five of Swords, that's about the battle, you know. Winning the battle, but losing the war. We have the Hermit. So when the Hermit's reversed, it's like not really learning the lesson, integrating the lesson. Not going inside to learn the lesson. What really happened here? Why did I do that? Why was this done? The Ten of Wands is about releasing the burden of this. Well, it kind of looks like this argument, the chaos. Now, if this is an internal struggle, then maybe understanding that this is a burden that does need to be released, and that something in particular may be causing your internal struggle. And sometimes, and of course, because within, so what we are in the inside is what plays out on the outside also. So if we're having those kind of thoughts where we're kind of fighting with our own thoughts, then we're going to bring that energy around us. Does that make sense? Okay, so this has something to do with the disruption of the happy family, or unable to achieve the happy family. And that's the burden. That's part of all of this burden, the argument, all of this is about something about the stability of the family. Marriage, marriage, engagement, that was disrupted, or unable to achieve it. I'm going to do one more card. There's in some communication regarding it. And there's forward movement. Let's do one more card. So it can be swift movement or communication. Swords. Decision. Eight of Swords is coming to a conclusion, changing. I mean, it's like being in self-imprisonment. One more. Like a story within the story. Okay. Four Cups reverse talks about unable to see what's in front of you. Okay, so we have the battle. Okay. Sorry, my nose itches when I do reading sometimes. I think it's the energy. Okay, there's a battle, but unable to see why this is happening. Okay. Hermit reverse. But it feeling like such a burden, you know, I need to get through this, past this, understand this, right? Why does this appear to be... Why was my family disrupted? Why am I unable to achieve this? Why was this? Okay. Then you have the communication. Information. Okay. Information. Okay. So it kind of looks like information about somebody's thoughts were doing this. Somebody's thoughts of their anxiety. And refusing to see what's in front of them. But see, now they're seeing what happened. And so this could kind of be information, like a download almost, like an aha moment. Oh, wow. So the swift information that came in kind of opened somebody's mind to see what was really going on here. Why, maybe your own part, or how somebody's thinking and not being able to see what's in front of them. Keep coming back to that. Not being able to see the reasons, because this is not being able to see, and so is this when it's upright. But when it's reversed, you see it now. Right here, she's blinded, unable to make a decision and know what to do. Self-imprisonment, that's the same thing. So I'm not sure if this is you, Cancer. Maybe you had an aha moment to understand your part in this. Okay. So then we have the Seven of Cups. This is about options, but not really good options, you know. So it's could be making the wrong choice, and with all these options, have made the wrong choice. And yeah, okay, moving forward here. So there was a forced separation here. Now this could be healing, it could be rehab, because sometimes this means, a lot of cups means, well, it's water like you are, Cancer, but it also can mean addiction. Okay, we keep going. And if there wasn't an addiction right in front of somebody and they didn't notice it, that could have been what was disrupting the happy home, or if there was some behavior that they were overlooking, that they didn't even realize they were overlooking, and then once you got the aha moment, you saw, oh man, that was right in front of me the whole time, why didn't I see that? Okay. So then we had the King of Cups. So like understanding what the options really were. That things were not what they seemed. And then the forced separation or hospitalization or healing. And then I have the King of Cups. So it's like all of a sudden this King of Love pops up. Interesting. And then I have the Truth here. Okay, hang on a minute. And then I have the High Priestess. Let me do one more. So all of a sudden, that either rehab, the healing, and seeing things for what they are. Seeing things for what they are. The illusion is no longer there. The temptation, all these cups are no longer there. Then one gets to see things in perspective and gets to elevate as the King of Cups. Wow. That's kind of unexpected, right? Okay, so through that, somebody got to power up. Somebody became so much more than they ever were. Because they have the truth now. They see the truth. They see, well, King of Cups is somebody that's very, very loving, very giving. But this is a person that acts detached because they're just careful. They want to make sure that the person is worthy of their love, but their feelings run deep. Deep as the ocean. Okay, so Ace of Swords is about the truth, taking the path of truth and cutting out what's not serving. And then we have the Knight. Okay, then we have the High Priestess, which is starting to follow the spiritual guidance, your intuition, and the Keeper of the Secrets. And not the secrets like what Joe Blow did Saturday night while his wife was out of town. These are more secrets like spiritual secrets. Understanding people, understanding about a connection with the divine. Okay? That kind of secrets. But yeah, spiritual guidance. I was going to go in a way that some people read it different, but I don't usually read it that way, so there's no point in that. Okay, so then we have the Nine of Pentacles. So now we have forward movement, right? But it's slow. It's slow, and it seems like you're not making progress, but you are. And the best thing about that is the Nine of Pentacles is about rebuilding from the foundation up. It's rebuilding and making sure everything on the lowest level is right. And the next level is not missing any details. Not this guy. Okay? Now, let's talk about the world reverse. What is it that someone does not want to end? Lovers. Somebody doesn't want to give up on the lovers. Another card. Somebody feels like justice was not served. Let's get another card, please. Tower. So the tower came down, and this ended. It was, does look like it was quite shocking. And maybe you felt like it wasn't fair. And just a second, please. Okay, so then we have the moon. So there was a secret that was revealed, okay? The moon talks about what's underneath the surface, what's done in the dark, okay? So it looks like that. Something ended, something to do with somebody's lover, something that wasn't fair. Brought the tower, somebody found out. The secret. Intuition. Intuition. So, the separations heighten somebody's intuition. Okay? When they healed. One more card on that one. Five of Pentacles. I don't want this kind of thing to keep happening. I got to be able to see it before it gets here. I don't want to make the same mistakes. This is Five of Pentacles reverse is getting past the financial loss from the separation, being shut out, being put out, being left put aside, all of that. It's not wanting to happen anymore. So let's talk about Eight of Cups. Who's trying to come back? Well, this is Two of Pentacles. This is, there's a lot of earth energy here. Not sure if you're dealing with an earth sign, or maybe it just has a lot to do with. So it could be somebody embodying all that, but the Two of Pentacles reverse speaks of no more juggling. No more juggling, so maybe somebody's going to come back and talk about that they made a decision not to juggle anymore. Seven of Swords. This is the person that was deceptive, that was sneaky, deceitful. Three of Pentacles. Somebody wanting to work, wanting to try again, starting over. Apprentice means like, let's start over from the beginning. Like, let's apprentice this relationship. Let's, it's learning again from the beginning, When an apprentice comes in, they have to be taught from the beginning, right? But somebody's worried that somebody else won't be on board with this, because we have the Nine of Wands reversed, and this is not moving forward. This is not inspired. No passion for this coming back together because of the deception. Why would somebody want to work with that? I mean, that's what I'm hearing somebody say. Okay. One more. Let's do one more there. Not a sword. You're just getting past the heartache and nights of thinking about it all night. You're just healed. Why would I go back into that, right? That's what you're thinking. Fair enough. That's a question that needs to be asked. Okay, so we have the Eight of Pentacles. This is not mastering, you know, there's no mastery here in this situation. So, the Four of Pentacles, coming from a place of protection now. Not going to make the same mistake. I'm going to protect what I have. My heart, my body, my abundance, my stability, right? Okay. Wheel of Fortune. And by doing that, you've changed your fate. By protecting yourself, standing up for yourself. Okay. Page of Cups. Well, here's a question. There is an apology out there. So, I think, for somebody. So, the thing is to, I think, well, let me just say there's an apology out there, okay? That may be coming. Somebody talking about how they made the wrong choice. Two of Wands reversed. Can see you as, maybe this is somebody that has been single and they've been struggling financially. Okay. Okay. And now they have passion and love for you. Okay. That they see you, Cancer, as this desirable woman now. Where's this Queen of Wands, please? Because the Queen of Wands is also the other woman, the other party. The homewrecker, so to speak. It's just the way they always show up, you know. This is the mistake. This is getting past the mistake. The regret, the disappointment. And wanting, and wanting a new start. Who is this, please? The Fool. The one that acted like a fool. Who is this, please? Knight of Cups. The one that couldn't make a commitment in the past. So, it does look like that they're seeing you as this Queen of Wands. That's beautiful. And also, there's like a second thing that this could be how their life is, but also they didn't think that you were this strong. There's something about... Here comes the Devil. So tell me about the Devil, please, because I know you're asking it. The Death, that's it. That's it. The addiction, the ego is done. That's what they're saying. Okay. Emperor. Emperor's reversed. That makes me a little bit concerned. So either it should be put an end. So here's the thing. The Emperor reversed. Let's make sure that... Oh. This is death to the way the person was before. Okay, tell me, moving forward, what are we looking at now? Two of Cups. Made the wrong decision. So there is a great abundance here. This is about legacy also. Knight of Swords. It's a big conversation. Here's the Queen of Cups. So that's you and your power. I mean, that's, you know, well, it's water. So somebody coming, seeing you as the, well, as a woman full of love, the party full of love, female energy full of love. So this is back and forth a lot. Ten of Pentacles can also talk about the truth about the family. Why this person was reversed. The truth about legacy of the family. It's not all completely bad, but it may lead to the way the person was thinking. Okay. Why they weren't being fair. It could be the family had influence. Maybe there was somebody, patriarch. Something to do with, I mean, here is the Hierophant, so the way people have done things in the past. Okay? There may be information, but again, you know, it doesn't look completely negative. still have the Devil here, but it says the Death to it. We have this, it's like the twin flame. So we have the Soulmate and the twin flame in here. So, but this is reverse. So, that's in here making the wrong choice and acting like a fool and not, you know, not choosing the twin flame. If that's what, if you feel like this is your twin flame, they know that they didn't choose you. That they didn't. They understand the connection and how they couldn't, well, make a commitment. But there's, it looks like they're going to try to explain that because the Knight of Swords is coming in. And they usually have the conversation. We have the apology out here too. I mean, it won't be for everyone, but I know a lot of people will say, well, I don't need that. I just don't want it. And that's up to you, you know, what you need. Sometimes closure's worth a lot. Sometimes it's good if people seem like they didn't have any kind of remorse or like they feel like they had no feelings about it. To know that people do, even though they made maybe a really awful mistake with you. So somehow just knowing that they learned something might help you to put it behind you or whatever you need to do. If you think it's a good risk or, you know, there's all different versions and, you know. Okay. We've got to kind of go on 26 minutes. I'm just going to do just another deck. I'm just going to ask if this person is sincere and worth the risk. Let's see that. Worth the risk. That's kind of real subjective though, right? This person is sincere and understands that they're willing to make a true commitment. Okay. Two of Cups. Justice. Wands. Well, we have the Six of Cups, so it's they reminisce a lot about the past and their part in it. We have the Three of Wands. They understand that they did not receive any rewards from their behavior. Six of Swords, that, well, that would be wanting to come back to safe, wanting to come back. The Star is reverse is illusion. So it does look like that there is some understanding of the illusion, because I'll tell you what else is here. Justice. They want to do the right thing, okay? Two of Cups. They see you as, well, at least reciprocity in a relationship, the person, their counterpart. It's also the twin flame, okay? They feel some kind of pull. They may not understand what that is, but... And again, every relationship is going to be different. Queen of Wands says, they see you as completely desirable and incredibly attractive, magnetic, creative. Okay. Completely drawn to you. And that's that twin flame thing. It changes lives. It changed yours, right? And Six of Cups. I cannot forget our past. Okay. Well, there you go. Please tell me. Please let me know. I'm so connected with you guys. Love you guys. Take care. See you next week.